Hey Dan, hope you're well. Hopefully you can hear me. It's really windy here today, so I'm hoping that this is not going to fall over. So I'm just going to give you a few poses to do for your hamstrings and your hips and your glutes. So we're going to start with the legs up the wall. So if you just get nice and close to the wall and then spin yourself around, you might have to shuffle yourself so that your bum is touching the wall. And then just pop your legs up straight with your toes flexed back towards you. And you can stay here for a few minutes. So that's going to be your hamstrings. Then for your inner thighs, so if you take your feet out wider and just take them out to where you're starting to feel that stretch. And again, flex those feet back towards you so that you've got, the flat part of your leg is on the ground. You can do whatever you want with your arms. So if you're, let's say your chest is maybe feeling a bit tight, you could put your arms out to the side. You could also take them up above you. So you can stay here as long as you want. And then as that stretch starts to ease in your thighs, just take your feet down even further until you're getting that stretch again. So you'd stay here for a few minutes or however long you want. You could even just do this and, I don't know, read a book or listen to a podcast or something. Okay. Then from here, I'm just going to roll off to one side and come up. And we're going to come into what's called a butterfly. So your heels and your toes are together, and your knees are out to the side. If your knees are up really, really high, just take your feet out further in front of you. So with your hands, you're going to take your fingers underneath your feet, and you're going to put your thumbs on the inside of your feet and kind of open them out like a book. Now you can sit up nice and straight here, or if you can, it's not too much of a stretch, just bring your body weight forward. And again, you can just hang out here for as long as you want, pushing your elbows in towards your knees. Okay. And then taking your hands so that they're not underneath, they're just around it, you're going to bring your elbows to the outside. Just sort of pull your body weight down and you'll get that stretch in here. Cool, and just hold that for as long as you need. Then from there, just coming up onto all fours. So you want your wrists stacked under your elbows, under your shoulders. You want your knees stacked under your hips and your feet just come back behind you. This is just to warm up your body before you do the other poses. So as you inhale, you're going to tilt your pelvis up, and then you're going to bring your head up, arching the spine. Exhale, you're going to tilt your pelvis under, really rounding the spine, pushing through your shoulders, and just taking your gaze towards your belly button. And you just do a few of these. This is just to warm up your body before you start doing the other poses. So again, take your time doing these. You can move however you want. You might take your hips back to your heels. Then from here, coming into your downward dog, so curling your toes under. And you're going to push your hips up. And you're probably going to walk your feet back a little bit. And just pedal out the feet. So if you see people in downward dog, like normally, if they've don't have tight hamstrings, they'll have their heels to the floor. Now I have tight hamstrings. And you're better to bend the knees and lift the tailbone up higher. But walk out your feet. You want to be pushing down through your knuckles, so you don't want too much weight in your wrists, and your gaze is underneath. You want to try and have a straight spine here. Then from here, we're just going to walk our feet up to our hands. Our feet are hip width distance apart. So if you're not sure what that is, just get your two fists, pop them in between your feet. That's your hip width distance apart. And then from here, we're just going to grab the elbows and we're just going to hang. It's called ragdoll. So just hang down here. And again, you'll get a nice stretch in your hamstrings. And your knees can always be bent. Because if you have them like that, you're just locking them out. You'll actually get just as much of a stretch with them bent. And you can sway from side to side. And then from here, you're going to step back into your downward dog. So just stepping back one at a time, pushing back. And every time you do this, you'll get a little stretch in your hamstrings. Then from here, you're going to take your right foot and you're going to bring it to the outside of your right hand. Drop the left knee down, drop the foot down, take it back a little bit. And then you're going to push out through that knee. And you're going to come over to the pinky side of your foot, so the outside of your foot. You should get a nice stretch down the inside of your thigh. If you're happy with that, you can come down onto your forearms and you'll just get a further stretch right into the hip. So hold here for as long as you like. Then come back up onto your hands, curl that toe under, take that foot back. Just take a little stretch back into your downward dog and come on the left side. So the left foot comes forward to the outside, drop the right knee down, drop the foot down, and again push that knee open. If you'd like a further stretch, just coming down onto your forearms. And some people might even come down onto their forehead. If that's sore for your knee, just push through the top of the foot and it'll take a little bit of weight, or put a blanket under there. And then back through your hands, curl your toes under, step back to your downward dog. From here, you're going to come up into a yogi squat. So stepping your feet on the outside of your hands, you're going to come down nice and low. So if you've got your mat like this, you want your feet on the outsides. Now if you're struggling to get your heels down, just grab some books, or if you have a block, and you could sit on that. You want to push your elbows in towards your knees and just take your hands together so your thumbs are towards your heart. And you'll get a really nice stretch here. So that's your yogi squat. Then from here, you're going to come into, we call it rock the baby. So if you bend up, keep that leg straight, left leg, and just take your right leg and bring your leg into your elbows. And you're just going to rock from side to side, and this will really start to open up your glutes. It's a really nice one. And then take the other side. And you'll notice like one hip is more open than the other. So like on my right foot, I can bring my leg in further than I can here. We're just totally different on different sides. And then we're going to do sitting pigeon. So pop your ankle onto the top of your left knee and just bend up that left knee. Okay? I'll just show you from the side. So you want your hands back behind you. You're really pushing through your hands to sit up nice and straight. And you should get a nice stretch through your glute here. And then it's the same thing on the other side. So left ankle just above the left knee, bend it up. And you'll probably notice that you're totally different on different sides. And then once you've done that, coming into a forward fold or Paschimottanasana. So just letting your legs out nice and long, flexing your feet back behind you. Your legs are on the floor. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, just come to where you can. If you can catch the outsides of the feet, or maybe take your peace fingers around the big toe, you want to inhale and lift up, and exhale, fold forward. If you are nowhere close to your feet, if you have a towel or like a strap off a dressing gown, just use that to start pulling yourself, but you want your legs straight. I'd rather you were sat up like this with your legs straight than having your knees bent, because you want to stretch out those hamstrings. So yeah, you just hold here, pulling yourself closer, and your gaze is towards your toes, so your chest is still lifted and you've got a straight spine. And then a really fun one to do, and I just do this in front of the TV. So if you do have a strap, if you don't have one, I'll send you a link to where you can get them, because you want a long one, because you're pretty tall. So just close the strap over. You're going to lie onto your back, it's called hammock pose. You're going to pop part of it around the top of your foot, and then just pop the end around your head. And this is really nice. This is so nice. It feels really good. You can just hang out here. And then just tighten the strap as you need to bring your leg up higher. And you can completely relax that other foot. Let's just hang out here. And then obviously swap to the other side. But you could just hold there for a few minutes. If your body's really tight, you're probably better to do like a yin style yoga where you hold poses from anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. And obviously just have nice, consistent, chilled out breathing. So yeah, do those in whatever order you want. If you have any questions, let me know, or if you want me to explain any of them further, just let me know. Hope that helps.